Hi, I'm John Henry, and we're here this morning at Frain Industries talking about cartoning machines and common problems that they can have and how to solve them. This machine is a Tisma vertical cartoner, and we're going to discuss the picking and placing section. This machine has a rotary picker and placer, and as you can see here, this entire section rotates. As it rotates around, the suction cups, the vacuum cups, will make contact with the carton and pick the carton out of the magazine. This is why it's important to have the proper back pressure and the proper setting for the fingers, because if these are not correct, the carton will either not be far enough forward to make good contact with the suction cup, or it will be pushed too far forward and may fall out before the suction cup gets a good grip. Issues with this section mainly relate to the suction cup itself. One common fallacy that I see in many plants is these suction cups are a wear item. They need to be replaced frequently. They cost $2 or $3. Don't try and save money by running them until they're completely destroyed. As soon as they show the least sign of wear, replace them. The issue with the suction cups is they will tend to wear around the edges, around the contact points, and if you do not get a good seal between the cup and the carton will not stay in place. It will not go squarely into the pocket. It will fall on the floor, and you will have all sorts of problems. So, the first thing to look for is to make sure that your suction cup is in good condition, and if it's not, or if it's the least bit questionable, replace it. The next issue is whether you have sufficient vacuum at the suction cup. In this machine, vacuum is generated from a pair of Venturi-style vacuum generators. Some other machines will use a vacuum pump. Some machines, in some plants, there will be vacuum as a plant utility. But in this machine, you have the Venturis, and there are some issues that you can have with Venturis. One of the issues with Venturis is that they get dirty. A carton picking and placing operation is going to be slightly dusty from the carton dust. And if you leave the vacuum on all the time, these are going to suck dirt or dust from the air into the Venturi. That's going to build up, it's going to clog the Venturi, and you're not going to get sufficient vacuum. So you need to turn the vacuum off whenever there is not a carton over the suction cup. In this machine, vacuum is turned on and off automatically by a rotary valve located in the rotating section. Other machines will turn the vacuum on and off using a solenoid valve and PLC. Some machines just leave the vacuum on all the time, and when that happens, you're going to have to clean the Venturi frequently. In some cases, you might have to clean them as frequently as every 2 or 3 days. So the suction cup needs to get a good grip on the carton, and you'll notice that these are adjustable for height. They need to be centered on the carton so that the forces are distributed evenly. You do not want to be catching the suction cup on the flap. It needs to be on the body of the carton. You may have to adjust the height to if there are carton features that cause problems with the suction, but typically you would want them evenly spaced across the length of the carton. And normally you would want them in the center of the carton. So, in this machine, the carton is now pulled out of the magazine by the suction cup, and as it jogs around, you can see that the carton is now held firmly. It's been slightly opened. And get right on top of that. It's been slightly opened. It will continue around and now it's being placed in the pocket of the machine. These are sometimes called buckets also. In this particular cartoning machine, there is no pre-braking, there is no specific breaker bar. This machine opens the carton by pushing the carton into the trailing corner of the bucket, which erects it, and now the carton is squared up and ready for the next step. Vacuum to the suction cups is also an area that sometimes is missed. These hoses need to be stiff enough so that they will withstand vacuum without collapsing. Sometimes these hoses will be replaced with soft, flexible hoses, which when vacuum is applied will collapse, which means that you will no longer get any vacuum to the suction cups. The cartons will fall off. Another issue with the vacuum hoses, perhaps not in this machine, is that as the suction cups and the pick and place mechanism rotates around, the hose can get pinched. If the hose gets pinched, you will lose vacuum. The carton will fall out of position or will fall completely off the suction cup. So you need to make sure that you have not only vacuum hoses that will withstand the vacuum, but you need to have vacuum hoses that are long enough and routed properly so that they do not get pinched in the normal operation, the normal flexing of the machine. We're going to see the machine feeding the carton into the pocket of the cartoner. Now, timing is a critical issue here. You'll notice that while the pick and place is orbiting around, this is also rotating, and this pocket is also moving in a linear direction, so that you need to make sure that all the timing of this motion, and this motion are all synchronized.